Welcome to the show. I'm gonna need to put some external antennas on that router because that thing ain't working right there. That's not good, but it's okay. Hang tight. I'm gonna have to switch the connection. So this one seems to be acting up here. Not sure what's going on. Well, this is the first time I've actually streamed with the, because I'm testing out the T-Mobile Minternet. So it's just doing some funky things, but the readings say otherwise, so I'm not sure what's happening. If it gets any bad, I'm going to actually move over to the other main router or so forth. The reason being is I need to adjust the PepLink router. It seems as though the internet's not been working right lately, so it's probably due to all the ice that's been going on and stuff. So that's probably what it is all this ice that's on these rafters. But in any way, folks, I certainly hope everybody's doing well. No, we don't need the cassowary. My cigars are also, this particular one, I went ahead and cut it in half because it isn't putting the output like it's supposed to put in. So I'm having a hell of a week there, folks. So I was on time. It's just my internet was just not showing otherwise. So it's just kind of weird. But we do got a lot to discuss tonight there. Collie Muscle, second heart attack. I didn't know he was in a coma for 3 days. And I always thought his brain was asleep there to begin with. Just smoking one of my effed up cigars. So sometimes if they're too hard, another thing you can do is you can cut them in half. Because that way you got less of space in order for the air to go through. So sometimes when a cigar is tight, you can just simply do that. Just cut it in half. See, I got the other half right here. And that way you're not wasting the cigar. This particular type you can actually do. A lot of them you can't simply because they are not long filler. But this is a long filler cigar. Because my Mark Twains are currently are on back order right now. See, everything is just messing up today, I swear. But folks, get your questions in. We got a very interesting night there. Just a lot of stuff going on. Well, it's just all the ice around the area. That's pretty much what it is. And speaking of ice, man, I'll tell you right now, folks. I don't know why people are trying to F with ice for. Why? I mean, the thing about it is, folks, the Great One always felt that it was a person's right to protest. In fact, I encourage civil disobedience. But folks, Civil disobedience is still disobedience. Period. Non-negotiable. So in lieu of a protest, you need to know how to act right. You can't be just going on and starting trouble. Stand on the road. Stand on the side of the road. Protest. You can blow your damn whistles if you want. You can yell and scream and curse at the agents. But don't interfere with what they're doing. Otherwise, you're going to be pretty good. Or Pirelli good. Or pretty, I'm calling it pretty good because both of them got sent to the Shadow Realm because of their actions. Now, ICE agency, no, it's one thing, it's debatable, but the point being is they didn't mind their own business. Because he wasn't a nurse sluggo, he left the job 2 weeks ago. Not only that, the previous week he mixed it up with some ICE agents and fought them and actually broke a rib. So he's not only just been protesting, he's been mixing it up with the ICE agents. And he mixed it up one too many times. So he was already fucking around. He fucked around the first time, he got his rib broken. Fucked around the second time, everything is broken. Humpty Dumpty ain't gonna be put back together again. And it doesn't matter if MSNBC decides to create a photo edit with him without his Jewish features. We already know he's a fucking Jew. Which there's nothing wrong with being a Jew and everything like that. Why in the world would you edit the image for? Knowing that we are going to notice that shit. You know what I mean? We already know he's a fucking Jew, alright? We know he's Jewish. I got a lot of Jewish friends. I mean, their last name is the same as his. We already know. And I think the reason why they did it is because so many people are pissed at Jewish people right now. For what reason? I mean, you got to treat everyone on an individual basis. All right? That's what's got to be done. Yeah, we definitely putting some antennas on that streaming thing. And then it's gonna work right. Man, my window's gonna be clogged the fuck up. I mean, seriously. But just a little smoke. But folks, get your questions in. Let's see what we got as far as videos are tonight. See, there it goes again. Just drops down and drops the freak back up. I don't get that. Oh, it's gonna be cold everywhere. Just the weather's just messing with my internet today. I'm getting tired of it too. But if it keeps doing that, I'm gonna... Well, I turned it on last time and it wasn't working too well. Y'all get me some good videos. Let's see. Alright. We got some stuff to work with. Let's see what else has been going on. No, don't say the word YouTube. That's kind of racist, actually. Let's see. Yeah, these will work better. I tell you one thing, folks. Sometimes it is just so difficult streaming out here without cable or internet. It really is. I need a one-stop solution for all this. Hopefully one day I'll get cable or something out here. But folks, get your questions in. If you wish to make a donation, you can. Smash the like button. Oh, no wonder. I got this stream on low latency. Son of a bitch. No wonder my stream's been going bad. Oh, boy. This is the wrong settings. Hold on a minute, folks. I don't even know how to edit that thing. That's why the stream's messing up. Bear with me just a minute, folks. Oh, boy. Just plain stupid. Slug 88 is Cuban's alternative. Ah, that's fine. He could stay up here. I don't care. If he starts pissing me off, I'll throw him off. But folks, get your questions in. In the meantime, I get this thing worked. Because I have it on ultra low latency. And that is definitely not where it's supposed to be. Just a random piss trooper here, definitely not Cuban. Why you up there? Why you up there lying, Raw Food? I should put you in timeout. Oh boy. Oh, I can't change it. It's already started. Eh, well. Son of a bitch. So y'all guys are actually seeing me in real time. But if nothing's stuttering, I mean, we're going to start videos in just a minute. I can't believe this thing is set to ultra low. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised because everything's running wonky, so... At least for me back here in the background. But we shall fix that at a later time. Alright, let's cut the music. And let's get ready to rumble.
Alright, y'all.
Oh, this freaking coon.
So, I'm stuck. I'm out here in Bergen County. I had to pull into the gas station. I had to pull into the gas station and park. Because I got to get some coffee. I found me a spot to get some coffee. The 7-Eleven right there on Route 46.
First off, why in the world are you walking out in the snow for? You need to stay your little black ass in there.
Look at the gas, $2.79. So, I'm on my quest to get a cup of coffee. I got...
Negro, you ain't got no coffee at home? Here's the thing, folks. If you go out for a cup of coffee, what makes sure that the stores are open? By the time you get your cup of coffee, you're going to be cold as hell. Does it make any sense to go out and get coffee?
Got stuck at the Burger King parking lot. These four Spanish dudes had to jump out their truck and help me. They pushed me out.
He actually drove his car out. Is he crazy? You drove your car out when they told you to stay home, and you dumb spook.
They pushed me out. So I'm out here. I gotta get a cup of coffee. Check me out. It don't never stop. It's fucking freezing out here too. So I'm in Bergen County. I'm over here in Little Ferry. I think this is Little Ferry. This Route 46. Look at Route 46. Look at Route 46. They go to Bagel Box. I should go over there and get a bagel. Should I go get a bagel from over there? All right, so we in.
Yeah, go get yourself a bagel, you.
The 7-Eleven. We're here at the 7-Eleven. Let's go in and see if we could get some coffee. I feel like a bagel. I should go get a bagel, right? So
I've seen plenty of white people, Slogo, actually go out and do the same thing. Or they try to go four-wheeling. They think their four-wheel drive truck is going to take care of things, and it really isn't.
Toasted butter bagel with jelly. Go get a toasted butter bagel with jelly. Let me see if the bagel box open. We right here in the 7-Eleven. Let's go on in. We in here. Good morning. How you doing? All right, so they got the dope coffee here. Look at the coffee. Look at the coffee. The marshmallows. But I really want a bagel too though. So I think I'm gonna get the coffee here and then go across the street and get the bagel. I think I'm gonna get the coffee here, go across the street and get the bagel.
You done said that 2 or 3 times, Negro.
Where the cup's at? Where the cup?
Where's he gonna go if he steals something?
So we got the medium. Look at the marshmallows. Look at the marshmallows.
When you're ready, guys, just tell me, okay?
Okay. Get the marshmallow.
You pay and go.
Just put a little cream in there. Look at the sweet and creamy. Look at the sweet and creamy. Bang.
So he drove and walked all the way down there to get some old rusty ass coffee from 7-Eleven from a pot.
Stir my Jimmy up. 7 exclusive.
Just a complete lack of self-awareness.
Look at the hazelnut. They got the hazelnut. Got the hazelnut. It's got a lot of steam on it. And put a little bit of that in it. Then we're gonna go across the street and get us some buttered bacon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's a lot of sugar in there though, but I'm still money though. I'm still money. I'm still ripped up. I still got the abs. I'm still ripped up. Still ripped up. I still look like something. Put the cap on. We're gonna go across the street and get us a buttered bagel.
Now, here's my thing, folks. If a place serves bagels, they usually serve coffee along with it. So why go to 7-Eleven and then go get a bagel? And usually places that sell bagels probably has better coffee than a freaking gas station.
All right, come on. Let's go across the street and get us a buttered bagel.
Why don't you pay for that drink first, you dirty motherfucker?
If they open. But the lights on there. I got stuck, man, in the Burger King parking lot. They had to push me out. I got 4 jars of coffee at home, but I just wanted to come out and get some coffee from the outside. We got the 7-Eleven joint.
Folks, if I need to go somewhere in the snow, as I would only go as an emergency or so forth, if I gotta get the ammo ants or so forth. Other than that, if I did need to go somewhere without it, I would walk. You want to know why? Because if you get into a wreck, your insurance premiums go up.
What's up, man? How you doing, bro? All right, all right. Little cup of Joe. Let me put my number in there.
No, just good. I'm not in a hurry.
How you doing today? Doing all right? No cash back.
This is Sean G.
Y'all go on my website and get a Scully hat, man. Hurry up. Go do it now.
A very colorful colored person.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. Take care.
Sir, give it to me.
No, okay.
Okay.
Midday, straight.
All right, let's go over here by Bagel Box. I think they open. Ah, shit.
I think you need to get your head
Let's go over here by
boy.
46 and Little Ferry. The lights is on. I really could go for a
Yeah, the lights are not on in your head.
buttered bagel, toasted buttered bagel with jelly. Look at the streets, y'all. Route 46. Ain't nobody out here but me. My car over there in the gas station.
If no one is out there other than you, then why in the world is that car driving past you, you moron?
I
Why
had
are
to
the
park
people
it
in
in
the
the gas
7-Eleven?
station. I had to park it in the gas station because they plowed the gas station. I'm gonna have to take the parkway back. Let me see if my man open. What's up, man? You open? You open? All right, cool. They open. So we
Yeah, I'm just gonna go slide down the road. Dumb fuck.
yo, they open. I need a toasted butter bagel with jelly, please. Please.
See, look, I want y'all to look in the background. Do y'all see this? You see this? That's a coffee pot right there. That is a coffee pot. They serve coffee there as well. So why in the world would you go to 7-Eleven and then go to Bagel? This place is going to have better coffee than a gas station, you dumb spook. Jesus Christ.
So we out here, man. Freezing. Toasted buttered bagel with jelly. Yeah. Appreciate you, man. You braved the snow. How you still open? Where the bathroom at? Back here? Bathroom?
Yeah, he needs a bathroom. He's got to jerk off.
In the bathroom. Where the bathroom at, y'all? All right, so the bathroom right here.
No, he paid in cash there, Slug. So he's just being dumb.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna put y'all outside. Y'all can't come in the bathroom with me. Put y'all right here. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Don't hang up.
That's fine. We don't want to see your cocktail weenie.
Claviculous friend Connor Sinan falls down while high on ketamine.
Matt with a $3 donation. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Shaky. Connor, fucking hell, Connor, you gotta get up. You gotta get up. Come on.
Lay it over there on the balcony on the bench.
Get up, get up, get up.
Yeah, he should go over on the bench.
Shaky. Connor, fucking hell, Connor, you gotta get up. You gotta get up. Come on.
Lay it over there on the balcony on the bench.
Get up, get up, get up.
Yeah, he should go over on the bench.
What a moron. Thanks again for the donation there. I mean, all of Clavicular's friends have to be on some drugs or drinking. Just bad behavior. But, you know, that's what happens when you're around Miami. You know, that type of stuff just happens. I don't want to see you in the bathroom.
They still, bagel box. You the owner, man? You the owner? I got a YouTube channel, Instagram. I promoted the business for you. 200,000 YouTube, 80,000 Instagram, 60,000 Facebook. Bagel box.
All from annoying the S out of people.
You got a partner? You want to say what's up to the people? Say what's up to them.
Hello.
Bagel box, tell them.
Bagel box, Little Ferry, 46. Open.
46 East.
Yes.
7 days a week.
Yes.
What time you open in the morning?
5 o'clock.
What time you close?
5 to 4 every day.
5 a.m. to 4 p.m. 7 days a week.
During the storm.
Listen, Dunkin' Donuts is closed, McDonald's closed, but my man, what's your name?
Muhammad.
Muhammad. Appreciate you, Muhammad. Thank you, man.
Thanks.
All right, how much I owe you for the bagel? You sure? You sure? I'm gonna show you my channel.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your help.
Look at the people outside walking. It's crazy out there. Yeah, my man Muhammad.
See, look at this. They're even in this thick sludge. The snow is building up. But again, there's some essential workers that have to be out here. Thank goodness for that gentleman heading to that center today that has,
maybe by the end of the day, it'll be up. All right, Muhammad. All right. Sean. Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, sorry about that. Wasn't paying any attention. But you didn't miss anything. It's just he's just still talking.
All right. Habibi. All right. All right, y'all. So we got
I'm up there trying to check I'm on my phone trying to check the stream to make sure there's no hiccups and stuff.
the coffee, and then we got the toasted buttered bagel from Bagel Box on Route 46. Y'all come and check my man Muhammad out.
It's incredible cold, and we're seeing a slice of that here. We also Governor Hochul, according to the briefing that you just gave just moments ago, has deployed 100 National Guards members down the state. Unclear exactly what their mission will be, certainly in response in this storm. By the way, thanks to Laura in Morristown sending in a picture of 4.5 inches. Please send in your photos to ABC7NY.
Hey man, ain't nothing like a toasted buttered bagel with coffee in a snowstorm in a blizzard.
You could have supported their business more if you went and got your coffee there at the bagel place.
Thank you for this food that we're about to receive, for the nourishment for our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. Amen.
Yeah, it's a good time. Going down and
Good stuff, y'all.
it's great.
How far did you come so far? Because I saw you come all the way up this hill.
Well, we live like down past like the train station, so so far so good.
What's your daughter's name?
Lana,
How old is she?
4.
Lana, let me put
So,
you down. I don't want you to get in this snow.
I accomplished the goal.
Lana, are you having fun?
The goal was to get a cup of coffee,
Okay. Do you like the
but
snow?
not from home. I wanted to come out.
Are you cold?
And I wanted to come out and see how bad it was. It's pretty bad.
If you wanted to know how bad it was, all you had to do is look outside your window.
Oh my God, so today, is this a snow specifically for the snow?
Yeah, it's like an inflatable tube thing. It's fast, so yeah, it's fun.
You know, that you're a girl dad, clearly. Okay, do you have any other kids? Do you leave them at home and you're going to take them?
It's with the younger ones, so yeah.
All right, we're done with him. Jesus Christ. If you want to know how bad the weather is, and everyone's already said, stay indoors if you don't have to go out. Going out to film a YouTube video is not grounds of doing that. So, yeah. Oh, well.
Was cracking. Special shout out to each and every last one of you guys that's been still rocking with.
Now our feature presentation, folks. I watched a little of this, and this is quite minty. Thanks. You got to thank Ryan for sending this out.
Me, you know, that's constantly, you know, just a part of the family, man. I greatly appreciate each and every last one of you guys. And all the new peoples to the channel, we welcome you guys. Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it, you know, informationable. Let's keep it, you know, very respectful over here. Now, when those try to disrespect us, let's stand in their chest. So, look, the video that I put out last week about Cali Muscle, Strength Cartel, is trying to off Cali Muscle. Now, y'all know the one thing I'm going to do is reply to my comments. I'm going to read my comments, you know, especially like the first few days. And I'm going to interact with you guys, and I'm going to take in consideration what you guys have to say, whether it's negative or positive. I'm going to take it in consideration, you know, because just because a person might think it's negative at the moment don't mean that it might be completely negative that's trying to tear a person down. So you might look at it and be like, oh, wait a minute, there's something positive about it. I just didn't know how to take constructive criticism. Okay? So look, a lot of people, you know, were like, had a bad taste in their mouth, you know, when I was pretty much saying, you know, to not let someone else's character change you from having empathy and compassion and sympathy and, you know, for those in need. And I said, Cali Muscle brought that on himself. Let's not forget about that. And I said what he's going through, he put himself through it. Let's not forget about that. Now, the whole moral of it is to not kick someone while they down, because look at how Cali Muscle is turning out. All that disrespect that he displayed, and when Big Lenny died and all of this, he talking about F him and he don't care, and talking about he was sleeping with men and all of this. Come on, Cali. You did gay for pay, bro. Shut up. You know, like he was like trying to make it seem like someone's sexuality determines on if you should have respect for them or not. Now, if he was messing with, if Big Lenny was messing with children, you know, helpless elderly people, okay, I can understand someone want to use disrespectful, harsh words. But when they pass away, you're not supposed to say anything remotely disrespectful to the point where you like F them, you don't care about them dying and all this. I have enemies. I mean, real life enemies that passed away. I ain't ever disrespected dead. You know, some people be like, oh man, you talk crap about Rich. I ain't never talk crap about my brother. Now I spread my truth on what it was that from the relationship me and him had. Everything was always truthful. That's why on any any outlet, my story is always the same. If it's a lie, it won't ever be the same. And if it was a lie, I'd have got called out on it by numerous peoples in the line of business of us that we are in. So none of that have happened, which mean that what? I was not lying. I did not tell a tale. And I had that man back to the fullest. It's just we were no longer able to be cool to the points where we was about to be standing each other homes again. Now, far as if he had an issue with someone out there, of course, I was going to be the first one on the chopping block to get to it with him. However, when a person passes away and you celebrate their death, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy, especially when that person haven't harmed you or anyone you love. So, with what Callie going through, passing out, was that Big Lenny in the gym? Was that Big Lenny? Was that Big Lenny came to the gym, spirit form, and knocked him flat on his back? Because that's the thing. We reap what we sow. He said all that disrespect.
Now, on point, Big Lenny said some pretty bad things about Collie Muscle, but, you know, so it's a 2 and 2, but I get Mack Truck's thing. You know, once someone dies, you know, Lenny was alive at the time. Collie Muscle was alive at the time to respond. Once someone's dead, you know, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the end of the beef, you know. It's like Derek Anthony, for example. I don't go and talk about Derek Anthony. If someone asks me about how our relationship was, yeah, fine. But when it comes to me and Derek Anthony, I'm not going to continue to trash the person. I will tell you things that I said to him while I was alive, but I got nothing new to report. Derek Anthony has been dead for 13 years. But people still bring him up because they know how we used to go back and forth there, you know. You know, we were actually friends at one time there, you know, and stuff. It's the same with Keith Jones, you know. But like I said, a lot of this, you know, you guys were trick-or-treating. Some of y'all weren't even born when we had the beef, especially with John Romano. People ask me still about John. Like I said, you guys, a lot of people weren't even born when me and Romano were beefing, you know. Seriously.
About that man.
Heck, most of y'all definitely weren't alive when me and Dan Duchesne were arguing on the Usenets and stuff, or on the news groups.
Said that man was racist and all of this. Big Lady had said crap about me. I never took that to heart because I knew one thing for sure. That man was a jokester. I knew that for a fact. He didn't ever sit there, oh man, truck this porch monkey, whoop-de-whoop. No. He said some disrespectful stuff that I never ever felt the need to want to have to respond to because I knew that man was just poking around and trying to poke fun of me and everyone else. So this the thing, when people say certain stuff about folks and it's the truth hurts, so they take that as, oh, they being racist, they disrespectful, or they don't like me. Man, come on now. Come on now. So, Big Lenny, he's wherever he's at, and he's starting a war from the grave. He got Callie pulled in by one leg. He got Callie pulled in by one leg right now, you know, because there's a thing. He could have easily popped up while that man was still here and said some of those things or all of those things and did something about them. So now I bet you that fool got all the regret in the world to be teaming up with Screen Cartel. I bet you he got all the regret in the world for putting those videos out saying what he was saying about Big Lenny and Johnny Bravo, you know, and a few other guys. I know he he's sitting there with regret because he's afraid to die. He said he wasn't afraid to die and all this crap before, right? But sitting there crying in a hospital bed. If you're not prepared for it, you're going to be afraid of it. And even if you are prepared for it, you're going to be afraid of it. But the difference of being afraid of it because you don't want to leave your loved ones behind and being afraid of it because you don't know if you're going to heaven or hell, that's a difference. And we all know that boy going to hell. Because the things that he say he done, and I'm a killer, and I do this to your mama, your son, your daughter, and your granny, and all this, that's a person with a mindset that's going to hell. How much time do we have on the face of this earth? We don't know. How much time anyone have on the face of this earth? We don't know. But the way that things are looking for that man, he's knocking on the door any minute now. And I bet you he reaching out to everybody who he ever disrespected or said something foul about, you know, and trying to mend everything, trying to beg for forgiveness and all of this. I bet you he's doing that. You know, I bet you he reaching out to everyone. You know, Mac, did he reach out to you? He don't have to reach out to me. You know, because when he did say F, Mac, drunk truck, or some crap like that, you know, he ain't never put out nothing disrespectful about me enough besides that slick comment because he knew already that he ain't gonna be able to play around with me. That's like playing with Midwest Con. People think just because that dude got this soft voice and, you know, he's always in a good, happy, joyful, playful mood that he won't hit you with one of those hammers across the head. And I'm not talking about, I'm talking about one of these, hit you with one of them, bam, you know what I'm saying? So him and Midwest was a whole lot closer, you know, and he said some of the most degrading, disrespectful things about that brother so much to where it was to the point to where that, you know, I had long conversations with my little brother like, hey, we ain't doing that. And if it comes to that, make it count. So, you know, that's someone he would have to go groveling in trying to fix that, because I'm pretty sure Big Boy giving him the same treatment that Big Boy gave Big Wicked. Rest in peace to that brother. Always was a pleasure to be around that dude. Was always quiet, didn't say much, mind his business. You know, he was a programmer. He was programming. He still moved how he moved. When he was in that joint, he was programming, minding his freaking business. So I can respect that. You know, now, as far as who he's calling and contacting and groveling to, that's none of my concern. But I know one thing, he wishing like hell that he didn't put those disrespectful words out about Big Lenny. I know he is. He gotta be a fool to not regret that, and you gotta be crazy to think he don't regret that. That dude do everything for likes, views, and $1. So he gonna say something and do some of the most off the wall things. Now, I still say have some compassionate empathy for everyone, unless those reasons why I said not to. Children, innocent women, helpless elderly folks. You know, we don't have compassion for those type of people. But those who harm themselves, we just have the compassionate empathy of not saying how we truly feel out loud to the public. That's what we do. Now, when we put it out to the public, we become like them. We become exactly like them, when in reality, they already destroying themselves. We don't have to do the work for them. Let them continue destroying themselves. And shout out to my dude Bubba. Y'all go over there, support his channel. He's growing. He's in the 40,000s now when it comes to the subscribers. He's constantly putting out comical reaction videos and everything. I like the fact that when he did have his reaction to Cali, he spoke his truth. That's one dude that you can't change mind. You know, he said some stuff, and he still didn't wish death on him. He still didn't wish death on him. He just like, you know, he could suck a fat baby's pee-pee. You know what I'm saying? He could suck a dick up till you hiccup type shit. And, you know, I like the fact that when he used some of my clips, you know, he
Oh yeah, Lenny's definitely coming for him. Yeah, Kali Muscle better stay alive as long as possible. But man, he's in bad shape. He's not out of the woods yet. He may be sitting at home and everything like that, but man.
He let it go without narrating over it, and you know, he's seen things from my standpoint, and he's seen things from his standpoint. That dude is a non-biased individual, so go over there.
In order to get dumber, you have to have some sense in order to begin with. So you're still in a neutral position, Sluggo.
Support Bubba channel if you ain't already doing it. Anywho, it's the People's Champ, giving it to you gun barrel straight, raw, no cut, no filter. Till next time, I'll smell you guys later. I'm about to eat this food in that bag while I'm driving. What you eating, Mac? Cabbage, mac, and rotisserie chicken. You know, I'm about to eat that up and enjoy this beautiful.
Yeah, we don't care about your rotisserie chicken, but we appreciate it. Yeah, Lenny's coming for him. It's like that Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. Yeah, the awakening is coming. It really is. What do we have here? Let's see. What is this dummy doing? Oh. So, folks, I'll tell you right now, you want to know how I'm doing? Now, I will say this right now. The internet is just so ruthless right now. Look what someone sent me. Look at this. That's just straight ruthless. Now, I don't know what troll came up with this one, but that's not right, folks. That is just not right. Hey, what's up, April? How you doing? That right there is just, that's not even cool. I don't know why someone would create that for and send it to me and stuff and send it everywhere else. But man, we are in an era of mints. If you thought 2025 was minty, oh my God. 2026 is just turning out. It's like we didn't have enough mints last year. I mean, the country is just going crazy, and we're just blowing up stuff at this point in time. I mean, on God, too, as Lamar would say. We're just doing some stuff.
And last but not least, let's try this mango. Let's see what it do. Looks real good, honestly. Let's see. Probably the best one they made. And last but not least,
looks like a little tip of a dick or something there, but yeah. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, I just got coffee tonight, really strong, and of course my water cup given to me by my good friend Pugman. Y'all be sure to thank Pugman and thank everybody else that has contributed to the channel. But I'll tell you right now, that looks like a dick. That looks like the tip of a dick, right there. I don't even know why they would make ice cream looking like that for. I really don't. They want to do that, that's their business, you know. But good stuff from my friend Pugman. Always looking out for good old Lamar. Indeed.
I've never tried Kentucky Fried Chicken, so I don't know what it tastes like. I'll never crave it. And I'll probably never try it because I'm afraid I'll like it, so.
It's the first time Kentucky Fried Chicken ever, so 50 years. Yeah. What are you supposed to do? These are the tenders, huh? Am I blown away? It's okay, it's not great. 4 out of 10. The iced tea's pretty good though.
I've never
Yeah, you got to remember, Jay Cutler has the money to get more higher quality fried chicken and biscuits and stuff. You got to remember when you're not regularly eating fast food and you're eating good food, you know, when you're eating something like KFC, to him it's going to taste like slop. I mean, it really is. So it doesn't surprise me that Jay Cutler is not impressed with KFC because he not only eats clean, but he goes to fancy restaurants. He eats at pretty good restaurants. He's a millionaire. Now, I mean, you got some people like Warren Buffett that will eat at McDonald's, much like Donald Trump. But most wealthy people, they don't eat fast food. They have their own chefs to prepare their own food. If they want fried chicken, they'll tell their chef, "Hey, I want some fried chicken," you know? And they'll put all sorts of spices and shit in there and everything, and the marinades and everything. I don't like anything from KFC. I like Bojangles. You know, I don't like Popeyes because the Popeyes around here are rat turds. I always like a Bojangles because anytime I go into Bojangles, it's always clean. It's always professional. The food tastes fresh. You know, you got that bow sauce. You got your potato rounds. You know, it's a lot of calories in there, but the fried chicken is finger fucking good. You know. So yeah, I'm not surprised that Jay Cutler would call it a 4 out of 10 because you got to remember he eats more expensive food than and when it comes to fast food they put the cheapest stuff in there. I have certain there and I'm the same way. Even given my monetary decline lately, I still either make my food at home, or if I'm gonna go to a restaurant, I'm gonna go to a good one. Like for example, I went to Hall's Chop House last week, had myself a burger and fries, and I had a drink. Tab came to $34. I gave a $10 tip, of course. You always want to leave a good tip, folks. And that's just the thing, because the thing about it is, if I'm gonna spend my money on any type of food in eating out, I want to make sure I have great food. I don't like well done burgers. I want mine medium. So in order to have something at, a medium, you have to have quality meat. You can't get your burgers medium at McDonald's or any other fast food because they use cheap stuff. You'll get sick. Okay? You'll get sick. So I like my burgers medium. I want great ingredients. I like my fries extra crispy. And I want to have a beer with it. I had a Bud Light, folks. And don't say anything about it. I had a Bud Light. Folks, that's another thing, okay? So I'm going to give you guys 2 tips on eating at fancy restaurants here, all right? First off, if you ain't got the money and you're on a date, just have a cup of coffee, all right? They always got coffee. Have a cup of coffee and some cordials, maybe dessert. Already eat at home. Just take your date out for dessert and fix her something at home. Very simple. All right? And number two, if you're trying to impress your woman or dude or whoever you're going out with a drink, with wine is very particular. If you have a particular taste in wine, that's one thing. But don't try to order the most expensive wine on the list itself unless you specifically know that wine, okay? If you got to know the difference between a Riesling and a Chardonnay and a Moscato and everything like that. If you don't know and you still want to be all fancy with wine, just order the house wine, okay? You want to know why? Because that wine is what that company picks out, that restaurant picks out to represent them. So when it comes to house wine, they're not going to serve something that's bad because that's representative of them. But also, folks, it's okay to order a beer, even a Bud Light, okay? They're going to put it in a glass, Why in the world would you torture yourself with trying to get the most fanciest wine and just ruin your meal? Have a beer. If you want a beer, have a beer, okay? You don't even need to get a fancy beer. Just get what you want, all right? No one's going to look down at you. And like I said before, don't stop trying to buy Rolexes. If you can't afford a Rolex, get something like a Casio. This thing is like $29 here, folks. I mean, I got a fancy watch. I got a $900 watch, but I wear the Casio now because that's my beater watch. But I can wear that at any restaurant. Did I wear it at Halls? No, I wore my $900 Movado. But you got to get my point in things here, you know. I could have just as easily worn my Casio there and no one would say anything. You want to know why? Because nobody gives a shit what you're wearing, you know. But one thing that a lot of people will wear, and here's the thing about a fake Rolex and fake cologne, folks. When you wear a fake Rolex, you're faking out yourself because a person may like your watch and say, what are you wearing? And then you got to feel nervous about saying it's a Rolex here, you know. That doesn't make you feel comfortable. It's the same with cologne. What are you wearing? You know, you got to say Creed when you know it ain't Creed. So don't get stuck. I mean, so if you can't afford a Ventus, you know, get something else. Get CK1. Get something that you could proudly tell someone without lying what you're actually wearing. If I'm walking around with a Casio watch, and I'll go ahead and put it on right now, give you a demonstration, folks. People wear designer imposters and stuff like that, and really fancy ones. The great one will never wear a designer imposter. And I don't wear a Ventus Creed. Most of the time I'm wearing Langerford Classic. And then I got CK, I'm running low on CKB. And I also have Cool Walder, you know. And you know why? Because when someone goes and asks me what am I wearing, I could tell them Langerford Classic. I don't have to lie about it or anything. Do they make fake Langerford Classic? Surprisingly, yes. And I don't know why, because a big bottle of Langerford Classic is like $24. And I mean a big bottle. A bottle of that lasts me about a year, and I spray it on usually every single day. I don't know why someone would actually make a designer imposter. Whenever you're going out, folks, if you have to lie about what you're wearing, or how you smell, or your clothes, or anything like that, you shouldn't wear it at all. All right? Yeah, but Polo's kind of expensive. It's like $70 or $80, you know. If you could afford it, that's fine. But me personally, the most I used to spend was $50 on Hugo Boss. But you know, because of all the Nazism and things, that's why I moved to Langerfield Classic. You know, just for that reason. I'm no longer going to wear Hugo Boss. I mean, if I wanted to wear something similar to that, there's plenty of other colognes, but, you know. So like I said, folks, I still look good with the watch. I'm still looking pretty, you know. I can sit here at the bar, and people, you know what? I sat at the bar one day, and people told me this is a nice watch. They knew it was a Casio, because it looks like a Casio. And they asked me what kind of watch it is, and they weren't asking what type of Casio watch it was. They was asking what was the model of the watch. This is Casio World Time, in other words. And this is then the reason why I have one on is so I can keep up with my people that I work with in Bangladesh and Afghanistan that work on my website. That's why I have a World Time watch, so that way I can see. That way I'm not contacting them at some sort of off time. So it's utility. It's for purpose. I'll wear my fancy watch because I'm going to go out somewhere. I'm not going to want to discuss business or anything.
Yo Vince, quick question. A Spanish chick in my team's class wants to suck me dry, but I'm trying to avoid her. How do I keep a friendly team environment with this in mind?
Hey, Lamar. Thanks again for the donation. you just got to be honest with her there, Lamar, saying that, you're a very nice lady, but, I'm already dating someone else, and stuff. I want to remain friends and stuff, But if it, and that's only if it gets to the point to where she's just rubbing on you and everything. On the other hand, you know, well, you don't want to open up that can of worms. Some people will take the bait and get their jimmy waxed and so forth, and then you're dealing with a whole new problem there that you're cheating on your woman and everything. Now, if you're not cheating and you're single and everything like that, hey, go get your jimmy waxed. It's okay. It's all right. But other than that, you sometimes just got to be straight up with ladies, saying, hey, I'm already dating someone else. And sometimes ladies will know that you're dating someone and they'll still try to hit on you to see whether you'll cheat or not, just for fun. I know some bitches that used to do that stuff. And one of them got beat up very badly because she was up there messing with her man. It's like that song there. If you mess with my man, I'm going to be the one to bring it to you. Go find somebody else or something like that. But in any event, thanks again for the donation. I mean, I know you're dating someone or so forth there, Lamar. I'm not sure if you're dating. If you're going out with someone, don't do it. You're opening up a new can of worms. If you need your dick sucked, let your woman do that for you, Cause I don't consider getting your jimmy waxed as enough to break, just to cause issues with your relationship. Exactly. But if you're not dating anyone, hey, I've had a chica up there sucking pole, suck the soul pole, All right, just stay away, but just break it down to her. If you're dating someone's like, look, I'm with someone, I really love her and everything like that. She should be okay with it, Other than that, if you ain't dating no one, hey, you do what you gotta do, Yeah, well, then you definitely don't want to be doing that, so, yeah. A lot of guys that be cheating, not a good idea, Even in an open relationship, I mean, that, like I said, it just opens up a lot of can of worms. Was that a rocket launcher? Did someone shoot a rocket launcher at that vehicle? Oh, that title. Oh, I didn't see the title. RPG. Oh. Obviously an armored vehicle, so... What would cause some... That's nuts. Yeah, I forgot that you were married there, Lamar. So, yeah, you definitely don't want to be doing nothing. Now, I can understand if it was the president or something, but this is a mayor of some shitty Filipino town. Jesus Christ. I guess it's tough being a mayor in some of these areas. Freaking RPG. First off, I would like to know where he got that from. But again, given the Philippines, I mean, they're kind of lax on, on getting stuff. So, but I guess the Philippines is famous for more than just trannies, I guess. Me love you long time.
Hey everybody, this is Brett. And even though I think that the Democrats are really off base and almost disgusting in a lot of ways, I'm actually going to be voting a straight Democratic ticket in the midterms and in 2028. And that's because the Trump administration is just beyond nauseating, so sickening, so criminal, so lying. I mean, you could just go on and on and on.
At least Trump isn't going around asking people to eat your carrot or something. No one really cares who you're going to vote for. And I mean that on behalf of the United States of America. Nobody cares who you're going to be voting for. I'm going to be back in just a minute. I got to take a piss, folks. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what the heck he is. I mean, I really don't. I have no clue exactly where he's at, and I don't really care. He's just a damn creep. He's a creepy fella.
Let's watch full organic produce list.
What's up? How are you guys? Last week we announced that we would try.
Water pipes froze. Yeah, it's gotten ridiculously cold here too. Coldest it's been.
Selling produce on Frankie's Free Range Meat. I've ultimately decided that regardless of whether or not we get enough orders, I'll just do giveaways to meet the demands. So even if we only get X amount of produce orders, maybe I have to give away blueberries or something with every single package. Whatever it is, we'll make sure the demands are met. So we'll probably try switching over to a la carte in a few weeks. The previous video we did explains what's in the current packages, and this video is going to explain every single item that will be available organically. So this video is going to be kind of boring and long. It's just going to be me listing all of the organic produce that we can have on Frankie's Free Range Meat in the future for you guys that might want to support us now or place an order to ensure that you're supporting this, because most local grocery stores throughout the United States do not have even decently fresh organic produce, let alone the
Practically every grocery store carries organic products. I don't even know what he's talking about.
vast selection of fruits and vegetables that we're going to have. So I have a very...
He literally showed what it is. It's everything you can get at a grocery store.
Very long list in front of me. I think it's 28 pages, but I forgot to print out the correct pages because not all of it's organic, like 80. 20 pages of organic stuff. Oh, did I just staple it twice on the wrong side? First item on the list is apples, and there's
one more. So a fine-ass Dominican woman who does my dreads want the pipe. She says it's cool if I cheat or whatever, and she does an amazing job on her hair. I'm looking for another person to do the hair, but what should I do? Her ass is fatter than the Everglades. Better keep your eyes wide. Let me give you a suggestion there, Lamar. Is divorce court and giving away half of your shit to your soon-to-be ex-wife worth getting your pipes drained or so forth? I mean, it's like I said before. Once you start cheating, she may say it's cool or whatever, but guess what? Sometimes, a lot of times, that whatever comes. Oh yes, and then you might get blackmailed. She might be asking to get her nails done, her electric bill paid. That's how black folks are, you know. I'm sorry. Just like I said, just stay away, man. Stay away. Stay safe. Just because she says it's cool to cheat, that should give you a warning sign right there, Lamar. That she says it's cool to cheat. That means that she doesn't respect your wife. All right? She's basically saying, I don't respect your wife. In that sense. She knows you're married. So she's saying, I don't respect your wife. In fact, I'd probably find somebody else to do your dreads. I wouldn't even deal with her because she's basically saying she don't respect your wife. But again, thanks for the donation. I'm always here to give out that good advice there, my friend.
quite a large variety of organic apples. We're not going to offer all of them, but if someone wants like a box of Granny Smith apples to make a lot of pie, we can do it. I think we're probably just going to offer my two favorite, which are Cosmic Crisp and Honey Crisp, but they have Fuji, Gala, Envy, Granny.
Honey Crisp apples are crap, and Cosmic Crisp aren't that great. Frank's Tasting Apples are terrible.
Smith, Pink, Sugar Bee, Ambrosia, Envy, Evercrisp, a few different types of Fuji, like 5 different types of Fuji, different types of Gala, different types of Granny Smith, different types of honey.
Yeah, I know. I love how this doesn't make any sense. He'll FedEx your fruits and vegetables, and somehow they'll be fresher than what you can get at the supermarket. It's fucking stupid.
Crisp. And what I mean by different types is there's different sizing of apples. You know, there's different grading and sizes of apples. So you can buy like...
Wait, he failed with the free range bullshit, now he's selling produce? The fuck?
I think he's doing this because he's desperate for some, like, income or something. None of it makes any sense, dude. He's probably going to go out of business in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I would agree, sadly, with my cousin, because he's trying to come up with practically anything, and, you know, apples, you can get that from the grocery store. You can't, you have to look at logistics. You're going to pay FedEx shipping to have them ship some apples to you when you can just go into the grocery store and get them fresher. Or into a Whole Foods. I mean, come on.
So...
And in Whole Foods, they do sell Amish-grown apples, you know. So... you could talk all about this Amish stuff, but a lot of Amish stuff is sold in Whole Foods. There's Amish stuff that is sold in Walmart, you know.
Yeah, none of this makes any sense. Thanks for the donation, Pharaoh. Top Gooner donated $2. First 30 seconds, you reckon he was natural here? He got that gay stripper look, but that size and leanness at 18 is insane. What do you think?
100 count or like 50 count, where the apples are going to be much larger. Lady Alice, Opal, Pink Lady, so there's quite a large variety of apples available. Bananas, it's just regular organic bananas, but we can buy different ripeness. So we can buy green, breaking, or yellow bananas. I'm assuming we're gonna try the breaking bananas and the yellow bananas and see which ones we want to choose for long term. Berries, they have blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries. For citrus, we have grapefruit, lemons, limes, mandarins.
I love how he's like, oh, the selection will be way better than what you can get at the grocery store. Literally everything you can get at the grocery store.
Like tiny oranges. A few different types of mandarins, including the organic cuties, which are a really cool product for your kids. Organic versions of the small little edible oranges, those are really nice. Blood oranges, navel oranges, caracara oranges, a few different types of navel, tangelos, and pomelos. I don't even know what tangelos are. Green and red organic grapes, nothing crazy there.
No, it looks like he's drinking a brisk iced tea from what it looks like. Either that or just one of his huge energy drinks. He drinks a lot of energy drinks because he streams for like 5 or 6 hours.
For melons, they have mini watermelon and Kiwano horn melon. For pears, there's Andrew, Bosque, Prism, Red, Comus, Concord. There's like 7 different types of pears. It's pretty cool. I'll probably look each of those up and see which ones you want.
Dude, pears suck. They're just...
That I agree with. I absolutely hate pears. I hate pears. I've always felt that they were nasty. Who cares how I pronounce it? Fuck you.
Just shitty apples. Like, if you've ever wanted an apple that has less sweetness, doesn't taste as good, and has like a more gross, like soft texture, that's basically what a pear is. It's basically like a ghetto shitty apple.
A few different types of avocados. Preconditioned, spring leaf, yeah, maybe they're different stages of ripeness. A few different types of kiwis. Guys, I said at the beginning, right? Everything I'm saying is organic. That's the point of this. Only organic produce. So a few different types of kiwis, mangoes.
This was Sneako's first viral video. He was 17 when he made this.
Matt with a $3 donation. Let's go ahead and check that out here.
My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes.
Holy shit, everyone, it's me, I'm here. What do people think of you? This is what we live for. It isn't how can I make myself better, it's...
Damn, the kid's got an afro. Definitely an old video. 10 years ago. He looks like a goddamn Muppet.
If I go hiking this weekend, how many Instagram likes could I get if I take a selfie next to a tree? Our image is everything, and if you pay attention, you'll see the lengths people go to maintain this. Virtually everything you do is in anticipation of how someone else is going to react. You know that guy who says he doesn't give a fuck about what people think, or, you know, don't get offended if you don't like my beliefs, shit like that? That guy does care. They all care. He just wants people to think that he has a personality too. So don't be that cunt, please. Just... Be a different guy. Don't be that guy. Let me show you an example of this. I found a tweet here and it reads, I love how strong I am now. There are 2 options here. Either one, it's a dude who went to the gym twice and can now bench 85 pounds, or it's a girl in her late teens who wants attention. I prefer the latter. I'll go with the latter. And yes, I was right. And from this selfie in her profile picture, I swear to God on my life, I guarantee you within 10 seconds, I'm not cheating, I will scroll and I will find you a selfie that either says I'm a loser, I'm a nerd, or me too. Here we go. God damn it. So let's jump in her mindset here. Nobody's actually buying that she thinks she's a nerd, and she knows that too. But in 2015, it's not cool to seem like you're trying hard. So, alone in her room putting on makeup at 8 p.m., she's wondering, how can I get attention for the next few hours? She has to feel important for the rest of the night. So what she does is she scans her room. Voila, she sees her glasses on her desk. That's a prop for her selfie. LOL, nerd. She won't post a picture of herself chugging Mountain Dew and sucking Dorito stains off of her fingers while, you know, going to town watching anime from the early 2000s. Now, the glasses are enough of a prop for this picture. But that's just on the internet. Everybody says that. We spend time crafting this image of ourselves with filters.
You know, I have to admire his editing skills. His hair, you notice how his hair is changing? That's pretty cool there. This kid is smarter than you know, sometimes he's smarter than he looks, but his problem is that he got a little bit too smart.
Music quotes and edgy tweets. It's pretty much like making a Sims character. How you see me on YouTube is this person that I create through hours and hours of hard work. I script literally everything I say and edit it in a program. You have no idea what I'm actually like. For all you know, I could be a YouTube drone created by Google to scare you away from the YouTube you don't have to pay for. In real life, people view me as a kind of wannabe, sometimes annoying, slightly funny fuckboy. And you know, subconsciously I spend a lot of my time perfecting that image. I don't wake up and think, how could I not be a douchebag today? I wake up and think, who could I piss off the most? Most of you have extremely fucked up thoughts that you don't say out loud because they affect your persona. I'm guessing at least more than half of you are closet racists, and even some of you kind of wanted me to go home at some point. I was born here, by the way, please don't deport me, Mr. Trump. Probably more than half of you have some more gay thoughts than you care to admit, and at least 1/3 of you have spent some time on the really sketchy parts of the internet. Fucking weirdos. The reality is most of us are going to spend our lives wondering how everyone else is going to see us instead of improving ourselves for ourselves. You know, it even comes down to your haircut. When I have a buzz cut, I want people to think I'm a big tough guy, you know, big tough guy. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó rey? Hey, uma ese. When I got the quarter black, half Asian fro going on, I want you to think that maybe I go to museums or something. Maybe I'm one of those guys that reads grown-up books with titles that have sentence fragments, like, Searching for Meaning. I guarantee you that's a book. I don't know though. Should I post this? Maybe people are gonna think I'm a tryhard.
That's actually a pretty good video. Good editing skills and everything. 6.8 million views. I mean, people obviously agree with it. But Matt, again, thanks for the donation. I've never seen the first Sneeko video. I really haven't. But at this point in time, that Sneeko is long gone. Consumed by the drugs and the dark side he is, as Yoda would say.
Pineapples, pomegranate.
Oh my god, is he just gonna fucking...
Spring onions. When we made the steak sauce last time, we ran types of ginger, beach mushroom blend, a lot of different types. A few things here and there.
He's literally listing off everything they're selling. Okay, great. Why even make the fucking video?
Because it might just be a website thing. Like when we started selling certain grains and pictures of the different types of fruits and vegetables and stuff. For me, I mean, I have so many apples every day and I have a lot of starches and carbs, so the biggest things for me on this list are like I'm going to be able to have the freshest, highest quality apples every day, and maybe sweet potatoes as more of a starch selection sometimes. And then when I do want to make like my barley soup or different types of like meat preparations, I'll have a lot of herbs and vegetables to add flavor. That's the main purpose of vegetables to me, is to add variety, flavor, and fiber to the meal without adding anti-nutrients. You know, you're being very selective of the specific ones you pick out to make your diet as delicious as possible while still being healthy and optimal. I think the fruits are going to be big. I'm just, you know, I'm hoping that in the warmer months, fruit variety increases and the prices get better. I'm assuming there's more access to fruits in the warmer months. And because these pineapples aren't cheap. You know, I have to charge like $10 for a pineapple. Yeah, recommended standard retail price is pineapple, $10 each. It's not that cheap. But organic is never cheap.
Yes, buy the same food for a higher price. That's what organic is.
I don't know if you can grow pineapples in the Northeast or in certain colder climates. Like, hypothetically, if you bought like 1 or 2 pineapples every week and just replanted the stems in your backyard, I'm not actually sure if they'd grow up here. Obviously, in some of the warmer states in Florida and stuff, yeah, you can like...
Dude, oh my god, Frank is such a fucking retard. He lives in fucking Pennsylvania. He's literally going through that crazy fucking blizzard.
I would have told him to put on the damn roof and deal with that shit later, and now his house is gonna really be fucked up.
That's, that's coming through. And then he's like, I don't know if you can grow pineapples here in Pennsylvania.
No, you
This
can't.
is where he lives. He's not sure if he can buy fucking... He's not sure if you can grow fucking pineapples where he lives. What a fucking idiot.
When you buy organic vegetables,
God.
you can, and fruits, you can save the seeds and plant them and eventually have your own garden. But it's not practical for a lot of people.
Oh, it's so
It's a trade-off.
stupid.
You're living and working in a
That's
higher populated area
hilarious.
that has winter, hopefully to make more money to be able to afford to buy this stuff instead of growing yourself. But we have the produce packages available online right now. If you guys have like a special diet and you eat a case of potatoes every month, which
Should do the pineapple diet like Callie Muscle. Didn't he have like an itchy butthole
I might end up doing, like a case of apples every month. We could sell that too, like whole cases, maybe discount. And to be honest with you guys, I don't really want to do this. The profit margin on this is not good, but like if I'm looking forward to it a lot for my personal diet, I know that a lot of people would like to have access to like high quality organic produce every week. Even if they're only buying a few things here and there, it's nice to have like more of a guarantee of the quality. Like even when I go to the supermarket now, for the only thing I buy sometimes, which is apples, like even if I go to the supermarket the day the apples come in, they're still like half rotted sometimes. So I'm hoping with this supplier, we're able to have a very high quality control. But it's
And there's the cat.
it's hard because like produce companies, especially in high volumes, they're not picking their blueberries like when they're ripe as possible. Like, yeah, you're getting fresh blueberries, right? I mean, if you picked blueberries when they were ripe,
Salt and vinegar potato chips are great.
Possible and froze them.
Oh my god, stop.
Quality than fresh blueberries because of the ripeness factor, but we'll get into that another time.
What kind of chips is he eating?
So the produce packages are available on the website. I just wanted to read and go through this just to give you guys an idea of how vast the selection was. Literally any single fruit.
Hang tight for a minute, folks. I'm going to check something. Okay. Hang tight, folks. What kind of chips is he eating? Sorry, these are my stores, actually. As you can tell, I've done some design work. Oh, geez, I gotta get rid of a lot of products. Yeah, I gotta clean this. I gotta actually clean out this entire inventory and redo the whole thing. I mean, that's just gotta be done. And I'm gonna hate actually getting through it there, but oh well.
Fruit or vegetable, you can imagine organic, they have it. So I'd like to be able to do that in the near future. I'm just not sure how well it's actually going to translate because it might just be a website thing. Like when we started selling certain grains and stuff, putting them on frankie'skoreanfoods.com to separate them because it's very it's just, it's a lot of work. Like imagine if, and I'd like to do this, but I think we can, like if you have a foods order and a meat order, I want to start working towards being able to combine them. But like imagine if we had an order with like Frankie's Naturals, Organ Supplements, Wi-Fi Shielding, and Frankie's Free Range Meat all at once. It'd just be too much. And logistically, what I'd like to do in the future is basically 2 separate websites. It'll be like the food stuff, anything food related can be shipped together. and then like the supplements, Wi-Fi shielding, and Frankie's Naturals will all be lumped together. We're planning on having that launched already, but with all my health issues and all the nonsense going on and people harassing me, the business stuff hasn't worked out perfectly. And if I did combine all those websites like that, it would be like a logistical nightmare.
Well, that sucked, folks. Let's go ahead and continue.
Mainly to allow people to save on shipping, but thank you guys for joining me. I'm not sure if it's going to happen this week because of the storm, and I don't have an account set up with this produce supplier yet. So I don't know if we're actually going to be able to place an order this week and have it delivered this week. But I know for sure, regardless of what you guys order, I will meet the demand every week, because the minimum produce order is $1,000 a week, which is a lot of money, but compared to what we spend on meat, it's like nothing. So even if we had to give away even if we had to do giveaways and stuff, it's not that big of a deal. Like, we'll do it, and I think that eventually things will pick up and we won't have to worry about that. But worst case scenario, we could always.
His property is getting foreclosed on. I don't know who is stupid enough to order anything from this jackass. He's just going to take everybody's money and cut and run.
Yeah, if we do some giveaways for 3 months in a row and it doesn't pick up, which I don't think is going to happen, then that's a whole different story. But thank you guys on the Free Range Meat website, frankiesfreerangemeat.com. The first thing on there is the produce, and you can read those first few packages we came up with and order them. I checked like 2 days ago. There honestly weren't too many orders. So I know things usually have to take time and pick up, but then it's also going to be, it would be an absolute nightmare. I think what we will have to do moving forward is you have to place the produce order separately, but it will be shipped together. It's just going to be too confusing to have the meat and the produce on one order slip.
I love you.
So what you guys will have to end up doing is,
I love you.
Like, you place your meat order, you place your produce order, then we can ship it together and try to apply discount if possible. The produce, I might not be able to make it eligible for discount, but we'll see how it goes. I have a feeling if, this many people don't have access to high quality grass-fed meats, then same thing goes for the organic produce and the organic vegetables and stuff.
Well, interesting. Very interesting. Let's see here. Hang tight for a minute here. All right, folks. Let's see what we got next. Yeah, I can't wait till this stream ends so I can turn it down from ultra low latency, because it just went and crashed my stream. You see, the only time you should run ultra low latency is if you got like fiber optics or super fast internet, and the great one just doesn't have that. I don't have that at all. So, hang tight, folks.
This is gonna be dumb. All right, he's got a couple new shorts too.
Marpy has a much higher chance to completely ruin your face than improve your aesthetics. And there's a few people on here, I think that
this will count for our Frank Tofano shorts for the night.
Wython and a few other Marpy morons that have been corrupted by money promoting this ridiculous device. Do orthodontics, get double jaw surgery. This is not the solution. Marpy stands for Mini Screw Assisted Rapid Palate Expander. It's basically this.
Yeah, that never went through any kind of medical testing, and it's a complete and utter fraud. It completely fucks up people's face and teeth.
An evil device they screw into the top of your mouth, and it stretches your upper jaw. And anyone with an IQ above 80 might not want to stretch their face without doing the whole thing. Why would you want to increase the size of one part of your face without the rest? Why aren't you widening the lower jaw? Why aren't you widening this?
Why don't you not wire anything at all and just be happy with the way you look?
It's going to be out of balance. And a quick Google search will prove that it doesn't do much for aesthetics. And I saw that. This doesn't look real. This doesn't look real. Are you kidding?
No,
Are you kidding?
Actually, that is for real. I've seen people look like that.
I hope that's not real. I'm assuming it is real. And this is a perfect example of Marpy making someone look like a Neanderthal clown. It's hilarious. You could see his lower jaw has reasonable teeth spacing and looks good, but then the upper jaw, what happened? This is proving my point. When I said, why would you want to expand one part of your face? It's going to put things out of balance. And I'm sure this guy was much better looking before. Oh, I'm expanding freaks at this point. Like, is this some pee-pee measuring contest where the person with the wider jaw is the best? Like, is that their metric for what makes you better looking? This is the main guy that promotes this device. And there's a few doctors that now have vested interest in making a lot of money off of Marpy. Work is by nutrition, and they won't admit.
There aren't any doctors that make any money off Marpy. No doctors ever promoted that device.
Nope. That's some sort of international stuff there, folks.
That thing was created by a literal fraudster. He had a number of other frauds that he was running, but that was one of his most recent ones.
Where's my fucking money, motherfucker?
The difference between Trax NYC and all of the other scammy jewelers in the Diamond District is that he pretends to be generous online. He plays the victim, but I did business with him a few years ago. It was a complete nightmare. It took months and months to get a custom piece, I guess because I wasn't spending
Gig has no running water to shower, so that's
much money. And when I finally got the piece, it was completely wrong and double the spot value of gold.
Just about everything is wrong for Frank Tufano. Wrong eyes, wrong car, wrong this, wrong Reddit. I'm gonna sue.
It was like an all gold piece, and his profit margin was like 100%. So I drove down to the city one day, and
oh my God, a store owner that wants to make some money and wants to make profit. How about that?
I wanted to spend more money, but this was kind of like a test. I was getting like a $5,000 piece for my birthday. March 16th was the first day. This guy Kirby, who I'm guessing still works there, was the person that was taking care of me. So we started in March, April, May. It's been 2 months. Now he's sending me like molds and stuff.
Anybody who would buy high-end jewelry is a fucking idiot. You're genuinely a complete and utter fucktard.
Well, that's not always true. Jewelry can be a worthy investment depending on, the type of jewelry, how much gold, silver, or something that's in there. But, the truth of the matter is you should wear what you like to wear. If you like to wear jewelry, hey, that's no problem at all. That's your business.
The metals...
Obviously, whenever I was a kid, I had one of those silver necklaces like, The Rock. I mean, folks, if you want to know what I looked like in the 90s, folks, this was quite common. I had the exact same chain, I had the turtleneck, and of course I had the fanny pack. The only thing I had differently is I had a different type of watch. I had one with a leather strap. But folks, this is exactly what I also looked like in the 90s. I wore that same turtleneck and that same outfit because that was the style for a pro athlete. I mean, for an athlete. It just was. Although I've always had my turtleneck folded down, but you get my point, folks. You know, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of a chain.
And like gems or diamonds or whatever, on their own, are worth far, far less than the jewelry. Jewelry markup is ridiculous. So you're buying something at like a 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 times markup when the actual shit it's made out of it is far less. Like, it's just stupid. It's one of the worst investments you can possibly make. And on top of that, you can get fake shit that looks identical that nobody could tell is fake for like fucking peanuts. You can buy something for like 10, 15 bucks. And then it looks like you're wearing real gold and diamonds and shit. Like, why the fuck would you ever bother? Just so stupid.
Off of the piece, and then it ends up going into like July and August. Oh no, even into September. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September, like 8 months to get a custom piece after I already gave them a deposit and they owed me money too is freaking crazy. They held my money for 8 months. They jerked me around. For me, that's a lot of money. You know, I started my business with nothing. I never had money throughout my whole life. And it was a big deal for me. And it's clear that this guy is making millions and millions of dollars and is taking advantage of a lot of people. And the fact that he goes online.
I swear to God, why in... I just don't get Frank sometimes. I really don't. I also don't get my internet service neither. What the hell is going on?
Myron Gaines Mets.
Matt with a $3 donation. Definitely appreciate that. You know, I'm tired of Frank Tufano stuff anyway. Because he's a big giant crybaby. It's that video that's messing up my stream there. I don't know why. Something's just off about it.
$1,000. I love getting paychecks from Zionist. I don't have any morals. I just love to get money. I don't care about genocide. I actually think it's funny. I can spell Jerusalem.
So wrong.
I'll point to where it is, but I probably stand with Israel as Apex, bitch. I want the shekels, reach, and fame. I couldn't care less how many innocents are slain. I will go kiss the wall if that's what I have to do. I have no problem being a good guy for Jews. I got my $7,000. I don't give a shit about dead kids. I got my $7,000. I love getting paychecks from Zionists.
That is the most racist song ever. Jesus Christ.
Don't come at me with requests to debate. You just wanna pick on the only Jewish state. You wanna bring up Gaza and the USS Liberty, but who caused the pogroms of Jews throughout history? You're clearly jealous of the Jewish people and me. I know this extra 7,000 makes you sick. You're just a loser, an anti-Semite.
What is with this $7,000, folks? I don't... What's with 7,000? What is with this $7,000?
You hate the chosen people and love to ankle bite. I got my $7,000. I don't give a shit about dead kids. I got my $7,000. I love getting paychecks from Zionists. I got my $7,000. I don't give a shit about dead kids. I got my $7,000. I love getting paychecks from Zionists.
I don't get this $7,000. I'm gonna have to look that up. But again, thanks for the donation there. That is the most racist. It's like he said, forget about getting monetized by YouTube. But given the fact that he's probably getting so many donations, it really doesn't make a difference here, you know. Let's see. I'm looking at it. Oh my God. Are you joking? Influencers are being paid $7,000 per post to boost pro. That's why he's singing that. Oh my God. So that explains it. $7,000 for a pro. That's why Myron is up there celebrating. Jeez. That's nuts. I'm not gonna play any more Frank Tufano stuff. I'm just sick of it.
January 17th, I had another heart attack. Not at home, not asleep, at the gym.
60. So 45. Oh.
The place where everyone thinks they're healthy, right? I went to January.
Let's watch that again.
17th, I had another heart attack. Not at home, not asleep, at the gym.
60. So 45.
The place where everyone thinks they're healthy, right? I went to full cardiac arrest. I hit my head hard. I didn't walk out.
One more time, folks.
Another heart attack. Not at home, not asleep, at the gym.
60. So 45.
The place where everyone thinks they're healthy, right? I went to full cardiac arrest. I hit my head hard. I didn't walk out. I woke up later with one stent in. That one stent that that I had before from a Widowmaker, and I had 2 additional ones and a defibrillator put in. This isn't a flex. This isn't a sob story. This is a warning from someone who loves training. I trained hard for years. I pushed the limits, and I'm telling you right now, if you think more drug, more steroids, more intensity mean a better quality of life, then you're
Well, you should be talking to yourself, you moron.
mistaken, because I thought the same thing. Muscles don't mean immortality. A strong body that doesn't cancel bad choices, and your heart keeps scores quietly. So I'm gonna take you guys down the road that led to the heart attack. So as everybody know, I went fruitarian for some years, which I kind of find out now causes fatty liver that causes your arteries to get clogged and blocked, potentially, depending on your genetics. My genetics, yes, the more carbs I eat, the more clogged up I would get, no matter what form of carbs. Which for me, those that don't know me, I did 11 years in prison. In all, I did 7 years straight, and I kept going back 4 years. In that 11 years, I was eating top ramen every single day, honey buns. I had to have my 2 Snickers, not to mention all the processed food that the prisons and jail give you. So I was already a walking time bomb. job. So I got out of prison. My last stint was in 2006, and I started making money, so I decided to get in bodybuilding. Just to think, I've been eating from a kid till 34, already back. So I probably already had, well, I know I had some issues because I always seen my feet with water and edema. When I take off my socks, it had an indentation. So I had already acquired some type of plaque in my heart, even before bodybuilding. So boom, I get into bodybuilding in 2010.
Yeah, sure you did. Sure you did.
And was winning shows. But I always noticed on my left leg and foot, it would retain water while the right one wouldn't. And so that was a big issue for me in bodybuilding. Like, I couldn't understand why my calves wasn't super hard and vascular, you know, and I just took notice. So then I moved from LA to Vegas in 2016, and my feet swelled up, my feet and ankles. I changed my diet to only rice and turkey for 2 years to try to combat this issue that I should have went to the doctor, you know what I mean, and got I didn't know about an EKG, cardiovascular stress test. I didn't know about all this stuff, and I was scared to find out, right? And so I had my kids through IVF because I had to bring back up my sperm. I had to get off steroids for 2 years to bring back up my sperm, and I was able to have my
You know it's bad when you got to do something like that in order to have children. That should be a sign from above, folks.
Twin, 2019 on Christmas, they Christmas babies. And so from there, I moved back to LA and in 2020, and everything was going good. I was doing all the content, car content, having fun, ripping and running, doing mukbang. You know, even when I did the mukbangs, I thought, oh, I'm not eating all this food. It shouldn't hurt me, you know, but I was still eating that bodybuilder diet, a lot of rice. You know, my main thing was rice. That's what I would eat, oatmeal and rice. And for me, evidently, it don't metabolize right in my system. And so 2021, I went to the dentist that day, woke up at midnight with a heartburn feeling. Go to the hospital, boom, they say I'm having a widowmaker heart attack, right? So they put in a stent. And at the time of the stent they put in, the doctor told me that he kind of botched it, you know. So I still noticed after that, a little swelling in my feet. It wasn't, you know, like how I thought it should be. I went to a couple of doctors. They was very negative because my ejection fraction was low. And so, you know, I went about this journey, fruitarian, eating once a day, fasting, water fasting, all of this.
Yeah, the problem is that when it comes to fruit, it's practically all sugar. You're basically eating sugar. All right, your body's gonna your body processes that as sugar, and yeah, that will, yeah. Anyway.
And I thought I was doing the right thing, especially with the fruit fast, just eating straight fruit. And how I was eating it, people that eat fruit are okay. They getting fiber. I was juicing most of it. Even though I had my bouts, I did 16 days on apples, 11 days on pineapple. But during those different fasts, watermelon 35 days, another watermelon 31 days. Even through these fasts, I was still drinking a lot. I was pressed. And that's like drinking soda, I come to find out. And so what happens is with that, you get fatty liver. And so with my body, that's go converting to blockages in my artery, right? In my heart. And so, boom, I stopped my medication. I just went on this fruitarian, super healthy.
Oh boy. What can you say about this guy? I mean, really?
Lifestyle, only eating once a day mostly, and you know, everybody was clowning me. I got super sucked up and skinny and ripped, and I thought I was doing the right thing. Firstly, I had a widowmaker and I had a stent in. I wasn't supposed to stop my med, come to find out, and I just still wasn't doing the right thing. Now that this happened, I know, right? So bam, fast forward 3 years go by, 2021, 24, I'm doing good. I'm doing everybody, you know, I'm basically vlogging my life. Everyday workouts on Snapchat, and I'm just everyday act right on social media. And so felt I was doing good. Getting up, going to bed at 9, and up at 2, going to the gym, which also I know it's not enough sleep. I was going to the gym.
It's always important to get a lot of sleep, folks. You just can't be lollygagging about sleep. I sleep a lot though, because sleeping is recovery. I mean, it's recovery of the mind, the body, and everything.
gym at 2 a.m., getting back home at about 4:30, maybe 5, take a 2-hour nap, take the kids to school. So that was my routine. I did start back eating egg and fish, and so I would do that in moderation. After my workout, I would have 4 eggs. Then I would go about the day, have a cup of tea, and at night I would have like some fish and a salad or quinoa. I was staying away from rice because I was scared of it. And so that was my diet. That was my routine. And so fast forward to January 17th.
Yeah, eat about 4 eggs. Good. That's plenty of cholesterol, which is perfect for someone that already has a stent in their heart.
I had already worked out in the morning, which I could show you guys some clips.
Yep, pre-heart attack condition. There you go. This is Kali Muscle before he had his heart attack. Looks good, right? Looks better than the great one. But like I said, folks, it's not what's outside, it's what's going on inside. And I guarantee Kali Muscle wished that he had my insides. I definitely would not want to look like Kali Muscle and have his insides. I mean, I really wouldn't. I wouldn't want to switch places with him anytime. I bet you wish he had my insides. Because Lord knows I definitely don't have those type of heart issues.
And Big Boy told me he was...
Not saying I can't have a heart attack or anything like that, but Jesus Christ, I don't... Once you get... Now he has 3 stents in, folks. 3 stents. And a defibrillator. That is not good, folks.
Going to work out.
You should stop working out. And, you know, you're done for. All right? You're finished. And if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to be dead. You got, I mean, they can't, I mean, how many more stints can they put in?
Cerritos gym. I'm like, oh, I'm in. I don't have nothing to do today. My wife taking care of the kids or whatever. So I went to Cerritos. Now, before I went to the gym, I banged my finger. I don't know if y'all can see it right there. So I smashed my finger in the door. So that was really a sign that something was off. I've never did that in my life. And so when I did it, I'm like, man, I shouldn't even go to the gym. This gonna mess me up mentally. And so I went against my thoughts. And I went anyway. Now, I'm going to let you guys know. I don't remember getting to the gym, nothing. It's like, I don't know if when I hit my head, I got, I forgot my memory left or what. But I got footage, which I'm going to show you guys now.
Yup. What was that, Kelly? What was that? 60? So 45? Oh, shit.
And as you see, I did 65 straight push-ups, got out, and that heart must have went crazy. Because I went forward, then, you know, as I was going back, I tried to grab my boy AJ, and I hit my head.
Let's watch this again, and I'm going to show you the footage.
Getting to the gym, nothing. It's like, I don't know if when I hit my head, I got, I forgot my memory left or what. But I got footage.
I mean, I doubt your memory left there. You know, I mean, like I said, you can't sharpen a rusty blade or anything.
Which I'm going to show you guys now.
Yup. What was that, Kelly? What was that? 60? So 45? Oh, shit.
And as you see, I did 65 straight push-ups, got out, and that heart must have went crazy. Because I went forward, then, you know, as I was going back, I tried to grab my boy AJ, and I hit my head. I was told I started snoring.
Call 911. Get your phone.
And then EMT that was in the gym working out came and did CPR, and shout out to him, man. Much love. I can't wait to meet him as well. He saved my life. So bam. So hit my head. EMT, he shocked me, do CPR till the ambulance come. And
you know, it's a good thing that happened at the gym, because if it happened at home, he'd be dead. Literally, he'd be dead. So it's a good thing he was in the gym. Because if people weren't around him, he would be gone. He'd be dead.
I'm unconscious, guys. And so I come to find out I was in a coma, induced coma 3 days. My family didn't know if I was going to make it.
So, folks, like I said, folks, what have we learned today? Don't try to cross the North Star. That looks pretty bad, folks. And, man... Like I said before, Kali Muscle used to brag about me being all pudgy and everything like that. And him being all nice and ripped. Look at him now. I mean, like I said, it's important to take care of your insides, not just your outsides. Kali Muscle is ripped, he's shredded, he's big, he's muscular, but his insides are a wreck. You know, internally speaking, he's a wreck. 3 stents and a defibrillator? That is not good. He should have had a defibrillator to begin with.
My family didn't know if I was gonna make it, and you know, memory, I didn't know nothing. I didn't know why I was in the hospital, nothing. And all this had to be told to me from my wife and Big Boy. And so yeah, I stayed in the hospital for a week, 7 days, and today is my 2nd day out. I had to do this video to let you guys know that this is serious business, man. Your health, you know, just think, I got 5-year-old twins, 6 now, they just turned 6 on Christmas. 6-year-old twins, they would have been fatherless. My wife.
You're not going to see, I'm sorry, but given your situation, I don't think you're going to see your kids graduate. I mean, really. You probably won't even see them going to high school. I would give you about 3 or 4 years left. Legitimately. Maybe 3 or 4 years. And you'll be gone. You might even be gone by the end of the year. I mean, 3 stents in the defibrillator. There's only so many times you can have a heart attack, because each time you have a heart attack, it damages your heart.
It would have been a...
And eventually, Kali Muscle's going to fall back to his olden ways, and then he's going to have a heart attack when nobody's around, and that'll be it. If no one was around, he'd be dead.
Widow, you know, it's just all because of my past mistakes. You know, with eating wrong, then bodybuilding, doing steroids, and all this nonsense, bro, to be honest. You know, when you look at, and you know, I hate to say this, but when you look at competitive bodybuilding, well, we could count in 20 years, 10 dudes who made real money. It just...
Could we react to this too?
Matt, with a $3 donation, sure, we can do that. Let's see what we got.
Recently, I've been looking at a certain person's videos, and it's come to my attention that he's just fucking lying.
Is this a fake Vegan Gains channel? It is.
Now, we can't talk about Kali Muscle without first talking about his drug use, and despite him looking like a mutant freak, there's still people gullible enough to think he's natty. And for those people who are stupid enough to think he's all natural, you should take this into consideration.
At the time, I had a few associates that were doing robberies. Man, y'all doing any robberies, you know, and soon? They're like, yeah, we're going tomorrow night. But they called me the day before I was supposed to go with them and said, something came up, we're not going to be able to do it. I had a little pistol, and I was already in my all black. This man was at an ATM. I didn't watch a million of these type robberies, so I thought I'd do what I was doing. And so I get out the car and run up to him and put the gun to his head. After that, I didn't see the streets for 7 years. It was funny because I could have bailed out for $2,000 on my case. But my parents like, we're gonna bail you out. I'm like, oh no, I'll stay in here.
Now, Kali Muscle doesn't do any professional sports, so he'll never get drug tested, but do you really think it's a good idea to believe anything that a stupid criminal tells you?
And I'll tell you right now, this is definitely an old video.
I think that settles it. And not only is Kali Muscle stupid...
He looks like a little child there.
That hypey money got me crazy. I feel like the African rhino.
But he's also quite sensitive.
What's good with everybody? Go get your shirt. Strong people don't put others down, they lift them up. Don't be mad at us. We just having fun. People come on all our social media, messages through Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all this social media, asking me, what's my juice stat? Just had to do this video, man, because
There's too many bitches out there, man.
I swear, half of his videos are of him complaining about internet trolls, and the funny thing is, they're all right.
Callie, stop the bullshit.
Nigga, you need to put a shirt on.
We all know that you're not fucking natural.
He probably has the smartest group of trolls on the internet. They all know he's on steroids, and they all know his nutrition advice is shit. If everyone were that smart, my job would be a lot fucking easier.
MSG and preservative, when you have a physique, let me say it again, when you have a physique like me, a fast metabolism,
And folks, this is why I don't run in ultra low latency. I don't know why those settings are in place, but that's what's messing up the stream. But I can't change anything, so yeah. I have to run with my current internet thing while it's running proper, so next time it's going to be at normal latency and won't have this issue.
your own beef, your own fish, you don't know what you're getting.
You can beg me all you want. I'm not gonna do it.
So ain't nobody really getting nothing healthy unless you growing your own shit. And when you go to third world countries, all that, they not eating healthy, but they be in shape because they work out.
I told you, I'm not going to do it. Forget about it.
I don't eat vegetables or fruit. My stomach, with a lot of vegetables, I get real gassy, which I'm gassy already, so it's overload. So I don't eat fruits because fruits is sugar. Fruits is sugar. Fruits is sugar. Fruits is sugar.
Okay, fine, I'll do it. First of all, what the fuck? No fruits and vegetables? How is he still alive? His diet is so low in fiber and antioxidants and so high in meat and sodium and things that are causing inflammation, I don't know how the fuck he hasn't died of a heart attack yet. And you'd think something like that would be of particularly high concern for him since he's on a very high amount of steroids which increases heart disease risk, but I think his ego is just so inflated that he thinks nothing can harm him.
I went and got a physical last month. I'm healthier than anybody on this motherfucking earth.
And he won't eat fruit because it has fucking sugar in it? He's fine with eating things like meat, which has saturated fat and cholesterol, and ramen noodles, which has sodium and MSG, and he'll even shoot up fucking steroids. So what the fuck is wrong with fruit? The sugar in fruit hasn't been associated with liver fibrosis like processed sugar has. Fruit has been shown to improve weight loss and insulin sensitivity, and the fiber found in fruit protects against diabetes. So the only reason he wouldn't include fruit in his diet is because he's a fucking idiot.
So I don't eat fruits because fruits is sugar. I gotta think.
And of course, when everyone demonstrably proves to him that his diet is garbage, there's only one thing left for him to do, which is deny everything and make appeal to nature fallacies.
So ain't nobody really getting nothing healthy unless you growing your own shit.
Now, appeal to nature fallacies are one of the dumbest arguments anyone could possibly make, but for Cali Muscle, it is especially stupid because he isn't natural. The guy's on steroids just like the fucking animals he eats. And since when is eating natural eating healthy? Do you think a fucking organic chicken is going to be healthier than fucking GMO broccoli?
And when you go to third world countries, all that, they not eating healthy, but they be in shape.
Oh, it never ends with with this guy. Low-fat vegan diets are the cheapest diets. That's why people living on $1 a day can afford rice and vegetables. And that's why they're free of chronic disease. Even sedentary vegans have better arterial health than marathon runners following a standard American diet. Diet is the most important factor for one's health. But Callie's overinflated muscles and ego just make him think he's invincible.
What ain't unhealthy? You motherfucker, you see what I'm saying? And with the hyphy mud, it ain't nothing but a little soda, little coffee.
Oh, Andy might actually have worse squat technique than Ben Pekulski.
And I go with my feet super close, because I'm working more of the outer sweep.
Callie muscle. I don't know, the guy's just stupid.
What a relief. When will this poisonous
Moron! But again, thanks for the donation. Like I said, I don't really care about running over today, so I'm just going to be chilling.
It don't make sense. I can understand you want to be fit and in shape. You could do that naturally. I was super jacked at 34, never touched nothing in my life. Didn't even drink pre-workout. So it's possible. You don't have to take steroids to look phenomenal. You just have to dial in your nutrition and optimize your training. And you can't just think you know. You got to get with elite people that have done it. So if you're watching this, slow down, get checked, train smarter. I want you here longer, man. Your family wants you here longer. And I want you to learn this lesson without almost dying. I'm still fighting, man. I'm fighting for life. I'm fighting to be here with my kids. I want to be here with them like 20 more years at least. I want to be...
You're not going to be here for another 20 years. I mean, you got too much damage done in your heart. Like I said, you may not even make it through this year, but you only got a couple of years left. I mean, you don't have the finances of Dick Cheney, you know. I mean, you just never know, but you better just you need to just lay the fuck off there. But, you know, the problem isn't the fact that he can live another 20 years. It's possible he can live another 20. He can live as long as Dick Cheney. He had stents and all sorts of heart attacks. The difference is just your lifestyle. You can't help it. You can't help being you.
Be here for you guys, give you game, knowledge, wisdom. You know, it just... Who in the industry been through what I've been through giving you this game? I don't see nobody talking about and believe me, it's a lot of bodybuilders
that's not true at all.
Going through these situations, but they don't want to seem weak.
And folks, I'll tell you this right now. In case you think I'm making a wrong comparison, me and Kali Muscle are about the same age, actually. I mean, literally speaking, he is about a year and a few months older than I am. So that should tell you something. Okay? Me and him are practically the same age. We're practically the same age, you know.
They don't want to let you know that they had an episode or, you know, something wrong with their heart or kidney and all that. I'm at the age where I'm here to help. You know, I'm here to live. I'm here to help. If you guys got questions, hit me up. If you know, a big thing, like I say, for me and knowing that something was wrong with my heart was edema, water retention. If you don't see your bones in your feet and you don't see the bones in your ankles, you holding water. So
you know, I would almost have to say Big Lenny's probably going to outlive Kali Muscle. No joke, folks. Big Lenny is going to have a longer lifespan than Kali Muscle.
You got to be careful, man. That's the first sign, man. I had that sign, like I said, when I was in Vegas. I was 40 years old. I was so stressed out about it. It was crazy, man. But we're here today, and I love you guys. Believe me. When it hit, man. I never thought in my life. I'm a late bloomer. I just started messing with steroids and PEDs until I was 34. And I wish I didn't get convinced by a friend to start competing in bodybuilding. I would have never did it. And that's not saying that I wouldn't have had a heart attack. Because I told you guys, even when I was a kid, I dealt with edema. All my friends, except one, is dead. And they never touched steroids in life. There's ate bad food, smoked, drank. So you don't have to do steroids to die, man. You figure, what? How many people a year die of heart attacks? 700,000 in America? What you think? Maybe say 100 of those people took steroids out of 700,000. We can even say 1,000 out of that 700,000. You know, you really gotta learn your body. Learn what your body needs as nutrition. Thrive. That's what you gotta learn. Don't just get caught up in this fitness bodybuilder world. Rice, chicken, steak, eggs. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta find out what works for you and your body. You know, like me, I found out the hard way with the fruitarian lifestyle. That, man, I was making a fatty.
Wasn't the fruitarian lifestyle, it's a steroid lifestyle.
Liver. You know, I was doing something opposite than I thought I was doing. So guys, thank you for all the support, love. Thank you everybody at Cerritos Gym. Nobody tried to put videos out or none of that. Man, kudos to you guys, man. I'm beyond ecstatic to be here with you guys still. My family, my kids. Thing is, nobody think it would have happened to them. Take care of yourself. Go get checked out. Go get an echocardiogram. Go get a stress test. Go get some blood work done. Know how to read the blood test. Take care of yourself. I know it's scary and we don't want to know. I was a big old bodybuilder. I didn't want to know. You know, these feet swole up. They go try to get me to stop bodybuilding. I know, man. Everybody gets signs, especially if you over 40. Believe me, you got signs if something not right. You know what I mean? So blessings, y'all. Thank for all the.
Like I said before, me and him are practically the same age. Literally. He's a lot leaner and he's a lot more cut and he's a lot more muscular. But, well, now he's smaller. But his insides are just torn the fuck up. Literally. They're torn up. There's no recovery from it there. There isn't.
Oh, man. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. We're about to cook it. Oh, man. Look at it, look at it.
Is that a Mongolian barbecue?
Look at it, look at it. We're about to cook it. Oh, man. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. We're about to cook it.
You know, I really got to go back to one of those Mongolian bars. I used to love those things. I know they got one down on Woodruff Road. I'll have to check that out. Man, I miss those.
Boy, we cooking good tonight, boys. We cooking good tonight. Got a little bit of that on there, yeah. Cooking good tonight. Boy, we cooking good tonight, boys. We cooking good tonight. Got a little bit of that on there, yeah. Cooking good tonight.
That does look pretty good there. Oh, yeah. Donated by my good friend Pugman. Thanks for sharing those Lamar videos. Let's see what else we got here. It looks like I got one more short. So obviously it's going to be old rubber. Now you have smoothed out rubber, so now you can make your dumbbells. But that's what that powder is for, just to smooth everything out. Look at how nice that is, folks. Now you have the raw products from that old used rubber, and now you can make your shit. folks, what were you expecting? It's just rubber parts in a mold. They scrape that off and they reuse it for more rubber. Yeah, I didn't, I mean, these are weights, folks. I mean, you can't really expect much of anything out of it. Oh, hey, Chuck E. Cheese, what's up? All right, 5 minutes to end. All right, I'm gonna keep the chat open for another 5 minutes here, so get your questions in. I know we've ran over, but that's quite all right by me, because I had so many issues in the beginning of the stream. See, even this is now messing up. So I'm gonna get off of this, and it's just this ice, and my settings are incorrect on my stream, the ultra low latency, and that's pretty much what's been crashing my streams all night, and it sucks. My channel is not built for, my internet system is not built for ultra low latency. That's for high speed, very high speed internet. Even if I had regular cable internet, no, I couldn't even, I can't stream it ultra low. I'm surprised it even held up this long. See, it's doing it again. It's doing it again, even with the, see, I even unplugged and switched it on the 5G, but it's still messing up. Cheese has been working VTuber model for making vids out of Mouser nose and whiskers. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, even this stream is doing it. It's just that I'm not equipped to do ultra low latency. I mean, it looks great because you can actually see me talking as I speak there, but it's definitely horrible for, yeah, if you got fiber optics, you can do ultra low latency, but I can't do it with mine. It doesn't work. But I'll have it fixed. Eventually. Yeah, it's even doing it here with this internet. I can't win, folks. I just can't win. But yeah, we done learned our lesson. Always make sure you check your controls before you start streaming. I am surprised it even held up this much. That is just crazy. But folks, we are coming to the end of the stream. I want to thank Matty Matt. Want to thank Quick Pump. Want to thank Lamar. Want to thank Pugman. I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight for the show. Y'all be sure to tune in for Happy Hour on Thursday. A lot of good content, a lot of good mints, folks. But I'm going to get out of here and turn off this stream before it crashes again. So, as always, peace and soul.